Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I took this scrap piece of opal and fashioned it to fit this sterling silver ring. This is going to be a relaxing, soft-spoken video, so sit back and enjoy. Since this is a circle setting, I need to draw the spot on the opal rough I want to keep. This ring requires a 10mm stone, so I will use this stencil to draw my plans onto the opal. Now the opal is ready to shape. Here I am simply removing everything outside the circle as best I can so that the finished product will be able to fit inside the ring. On a better opal, I would be using a saw to save a lot of this excess material for later use, but unfortunately the color in this opal is only visible from one side of the gem. Because of this, I'm going to grind the outside material off and go from there. To get rid of a lot of this unneeded material, I'm going to switch to my coarser wheel to save time. Here I'm making sure that the wheel is wet enough to be in cutting. Opals are a heat-sensitive stone, and not having enough water on your grinding wheel is an easy way to end up with a cracked or shattered opal. The fastest way to remove material like this is by shaping the stone into edges and then grinding away the points. This is because there's less surface area in contact with the grinding wheel, making material disappear quicker. Now we'll finish up here and go back to the first grinding wheel to finish shaping the stone. I have to be careful here. If I leave too much on the stone, it won't fit the setting. If I cut past my line, the stone will look very off in the final product. Taking your time here and getting your shape just right is perhaps the most difficult and important step in the process of cutting a stone. Sometimes getting it right means sacrificing some fingernails as well, but with practice this can be avoided. By this point I have the stone shaped, and now it's time to move on to doming and polishing it. To do this, I will have to put the stone on a dop stick. The one I'm using I've had for years now, and it's a little beat up, but it will work fine for today. The stick is required to assist me in moving the stone along the wheel while I'm forming the top of it to be polished. To mount the stone, I'm going to use super glue as an adhesive. Back on the machine, I'm using a slightly finer wheel because I'm not wanting to remove a lot of material at this point. Here I am simply wanting to dome the top surface of the stone so that it will take an even polish from wheel to wheel. This takes some skill, because if you fail to completely dome the surface of the stone and leave a flat spot, it will not fully polish and stick out in your final product. To get the curve I need, I will have to cut around the rim of the opal several times, gradually working my way towards the center until I have a perfect dome. To better show this, I'm going to draw across the surface of the opal with a pencil. That way you can see exactly what my wheel is touching and what material is being removed. As you can see, the rim of the stone has been cut, but the center still remains flat. I have to keep working at this until the entire thing is domed. Just a little more to go before I reach the center. You can already see a bit of the orange on the surface of the stone. The final polish should really help to bring out more of the color in this opal. As you can see, the pencil marks have now disappeared, as the wheel has touched every spot on the surface of the stone. From here, it's best to repeat this process a few more times, that way you can be sure to avoid redoing your stone. This will also take some height off the stone, that way it will be able to fit inside the settings on the ring. Now we move on to the smoothing and polishing wheels, where we repeat the process again and again to be sure that each wheel has touched every part of the surface of the stone. Now is a good time to change techniques and begin doing random drags across the wheel while turning the opal. I do this to smooth any rough edges near the sides of the stone. Notice how there's much more color on the stone now than last time we checked it. This is because I'm using a smoother wheel and the opal is a lot closer to being polished. Now I'm going to move to a finer wheel and repeat the process. This wheel and the one following are known as pre-polished wheels. At this point, the stone's as shiny as it can get using this machine. Now it's time to move on to a final polish. First we add our polishing agent. I'm using tin oxide for this stone. Then a bit of water to keep the stone cool as it's being pushed against the wheel. And finally, we push the stone to the pad and let the tin oxide do the final polish. Before I can show you the final product, I first have to take the stone off the dopstick. I'm going to do this with some acetone. It won't hurt the opal. Now we just have to set the stone and we can view the final product. Thank everyone for watching. Leave a like if you want me to do more like this. Y'all have a great day.